This is part 2 in our trigonometric family using super hexagon. In part 1, we have already seen 15 trigonometric identities, and still we have some more identities using our super hexagon. If you are new in this channel, I will put the link of part 1 in the description box below. Please watch so that you will know why we call it super hexagon. This is our hexagon. All we have to do is we're going to connect all the vertices using 3 diagonals, and we're going to put one at the center. We start in this point and we're going to move clockwise rotation and end in this point. Afterwards, we're going to put the 6 trigonometric functions in the vertices. We just remember one important formula. That is tangent is equal to sine over cosine. And of course, cotangent is the opposite of tangent, and cosecant, as we know that at the right part of our hexagon start with letter C. And of course, the last one is secant. This time is we're going to multiply the first function to the third function, and it gives the result in our second function. For example, tangent theta multiplied by cosine theta is equal to sine theta. Okay, another example. Sine theta multiplied by cotangent theta is equal to cosine theta. Okay, another one. Cosine theta multiplied by cosecant theta is equal to cotangent theta. Okay, next example. Okay, this time is we're going to use the opposite functions in our diagonal. Okay, just like this. What does this arrow mean? This means that sine theta is equal to 1 over cosecant theta. And this arrow means that cosine theta is equal to 1 over secant theta. And this arrow means that cotangent theta is equal to 1 over tangent theta. Do you remember complementary angles? Yes. Two angles are complementary if the sum of their angles is equal to 90 degrees. And trigonometry functions have spatial relations with complementary angles. Look at our hexagon. How many triangles do we have? Yes, we have 6 triangles. But we're going to focus first for our 3 triangles. And we're going to put an arrow moving clockwise. What does this arrow mean? What trigonometric identity that we can make? This means that sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. Okay, try the second arrow. What does it mean? It means that 1 plus cotangent squared theta is equal to cosecant squared theta. How about this third arrow? Okay, this time we're going to rotate our arrow. Okay, this is a counterclockwise. We start from 1 and ends with sine. Okay, what trigonometric identity that we can make out of this arrow? Okay, we can have 1 minus cosine squared theta is equal to sine squared theta. Similarly, if we have this kind of arrow, this means that cosecant squared theta minus cotangent squared theta is equal to 1. And with this arrow also, we have secant squared theta minus 1 is equal to tangent squared theta. So, do you know now why we called it super hexagon? We don't need to memorize the trigonometric identities, but just remember the sequence of our 6 functions in the vertices of our hexagon, and practice it more so that you will know all our trigonometric identities. If you like this video, just give me a thumbs up and share. And if you are new in this channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I uploaded a new video. Thank you so much for watching.